All right, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to come and talk real quick to y'all. Hello, happy Sunday. Yes, it is a happy and glorious Sunday. Yes, it is. And it's a beautiful day outside also. And yeah, I wanted to come and talk about some stuff here. Okay. So, by the way, if you're in the Maybon group, the reading for the day is actually being uploaded right now. Hello, Yo Yo, the Queen. Hello. It's actually being uploaded right now. Okay. Um, what I wanted to talk about is some of y'all that will consult with me about reversing curses and hexes on your relationship, or either helping out your significant other if they are under some kind of possession. Possession can be bad spirits, or they may be working something out in their spirit. And you may have been dealing with this person for 2 years or more. And sometimes when sometimes people can be very weak when it comes to spirit. And I do think that people cast things out there. There are some people that are very good at destruction, right? um and we all have those people in our lives that we are dealing with that are really really good at destruction. And I want to say this for a lot of you men out there, especially, but probably some of you women as well, because you can't just fly off the handle and say whatever you want to say to people and expect them to continuously forgive you, especially when those people have done nothing to you but tried to be there for you and tried to show you love. And I think that verbal abuse can be worse than physical abuse, although both of them are up there at the same category. Like, some of you men, when a jealous ex, or either your mama, or either your baby mama, or either, whoever it is, decides that they want to break you up from your partner, and it's recognized in the cards, like what's wrong with you, why you're acting weird, why you're cheating, why you're saying the things that you're saying. But it becomes an excuse sometimes. Okay, because sometimes it's not always witchcraft, sometimes it can be just good old manipulation and lies. So excuses have been made repeatedly for you. A ton of excuses has already been made, so many times, because of the person. They love you. And yeah, there is always going to be the presence of negativity. There's possibly going to be negative spirits hanging around you at any time. There could be a past life regression. There could be, a coven, that want to, it could be anything, right? That's happening. Okay. And this can oftentimes cause a person to be very uninhibited. and lash out unfairly at a person that really has done nothing, even though there was the slightest trigger there that the person could have done, and it may have connected to some source of anger. And then at the same time, there's people that want you to separate from that person. If you just fly off, first of all, you can't fly off at the handle and say anything to anybody. You're going to curse yourself. So not only are you dealing with these very negative energies that you need to learn how to deal with. If somebody's sending you negative energy, you have to learn how to transmute it, and you have to set an intent to transmute it, because you say something too bad to somebody and they gonna take it as a curse. They gonna feel like, okay, this person is trying to curse me, I'm gonna have to do something. So this is a life lesson, because you're gonna end up cursed your whole life if you think you can just go around life and say whatever you want to say. Speaking curses over people's children, talking about people's children, thinking that you can just say whatever you want because you're feeling uninhibited. You have to control yourself. So that's something that going forward, you're going to have to learn, because you can't do that anyway. This is one of the reasons why I don't allow myself to be an empty seater. Okay. I don't. Nobody can use me as a puppet against somebody else. And then, especially me being very loyal, I'm not going to fly off the handle and start cussing out my partner. I've been through that though, and I know how it can feel. It can feel very out of control. It is extremely wow. Like, I've been there. Like, for example, if somebody wants you to think that your partner is cheating with somebody, and those ideas and that manipulation can be put in the brain via witchcraft. And I've had experiences myself to where I've gotten very angry, and I've had these sort of delusions, because that's what it is. It's a delusion, because it's not actually happening, but it seems very real at the moment. And I haven't done that and gotten upset or lashed out to the point where I'm going to, I mean, first of all, if I felt somebody was cheating, I'm not going to kill them anyway. I'm not going to go cheat and go be with that person. I'm not throwing away my life for you. Ain't nobody worth that. Okay. But, I may have mentioned it and may have really, really been emotionally upset about something that was not real. It was more so of an idea that was put into my head. It can lead to a lot of confusion, a lot of emotional turmoil. So I know how it feels. However, when someone keeps warning you over and over and over again, you got to get a hold of yourself. You got to quit letting these energies get to you. You got to get a hold of yourself. Hey, I don't think I can deal with this too much longer. You have got to chill out. You have got to relax. You are tripping. Um, and then you're still doing it. Like, I'm talking about the things that you are saying are completely unforgivable. Just evil, hateful, spiteful. Yeah, you're under possession. But can that really be used as an excuse anymore? Yeah, we know that you're temporarily insane, and you're just saying something and you didn't really mean it, right? You just was saying it just because you were angry, or you don't know what possessed you to do that. Oh my God, I don't know what possessed me to say those things. It comes a point where you've literally broken the situation and it's irreparable at this point. Yeah. And then also, I want to say this to some of y'all that are dealing with that are dealing with somebody trying to break you up, and this person is flying off of the handle. Oh, you're a hoe, you're a bitch, you're a slut, and your kids are fucking disgusting, and you're a piece of shit, and you're this, and that. It's dead. It dies. It does. And it don't even have to be no hooping and hollering, arguing about it. Uh yeah, no, it's got to end right now for good, forever. Like I'm talking about forever, ever. I will never trust you again. Listen, you have got to be able to balance these energies. They're negative, they can be chaotic, they can be volatile. You cannot be trusted when you can't even control your mouth. Somebody literally could light a doom candle and one day you just flip out and murder your whole household. So you're going to let that negativity continuously take you over to the point where you going to murder somebody, and it ain't going to be Jamila or none of my clients because you tripping. At that point, it's got to end when, especially when it's like, hey, bro, like this ain't the right time. Like I'm busy. When people don't really have time for that, when people are very busy, they not on that. And you're just like a porcupine or something, or like a clown, like a weirdo or something. Like it's like, what's up with this weird weirdo? And then especially when you're dealing with very evolved spiritual people. Very evolved spiritual people, we can see past it and we can see exactly what's wrong with it. But why do you surrender to that every single time? You end up becoming this puppet for that negative energy. And then, especially when you are a male and you're dealing with a witch, because don't know which one of, first of all, we all know that the reason why you're more than likely to surrender to that kind of evil against a witch is because we're witches and we will curse you. And you know what? There's some women, some witches will put a death curse on a man that does that to us. It's kind of like one of those things to where it's not meant to kill you, but it's more so meant to just dead the situation. Like this has got to die. Like I want nothing to do with you anymore. Hello, Ashley Rose. Good morning. Yeah, you and I'm gonna say this because there are a lot of you men out there that have this problem. Somebody could literally light the weakest breakup work or have the weakest manipulation to break you up from somebody, and you're flipping and going and going and going and going, and then you always come back later to the situation as if nothing ever happened, right? When you can no longer reach that person, when that person is completely done with you, because you're going to want to go back to that person. At this point, this is a dead end. That's literally like it's no more. You can never come back. Certain things that you don't do during certain times. If anybody has been arguing, saying evil things, it doesn't matter if it's an artificial breakup spell. You just lost that person for good. First of all, it's the month of August. And then we have been doing several very important transits. Today, we have a double Leo. So it's Sunday, which is ruled by the sun. And then the sun is in Leo. So that means what? That means that a lot of people are empowering themselves and they're like, nah, not doing it. Not today. Not taking any more of this negativity. A lot of times when a person, like when you look at your significant other and you love them, but if they are so quick to say awful, horrible things to you, like the wind will blow, and then all of a sudden they're saying all these, like, what in the world? And, you're busy, you're doing something, you don't have time for it. And you're just going and going and going and going and going. You're just it kind of exposes that you just like being abusive, and you like to surrender to that negativity. You like it. You like to be abusive. You like to test people. You like to feel as though you can say whatever you want to say to a person and they forgive you anyway, no matter what you say to them. You want to know that that person you want that person back already. It's not like you don't want them. You're just being a dick. Yeah. And you're thinking, and see, this is another thing that you can't use witchcraft to take advantage of. Witchcraft is not gonna bring that person back to you. Like honestly, once it's dead, it's dead. So a lot of y'all, and this is exactly what happens. Somebody does a breakup, things are out of control. The man should be discerning, but he's not. So he's out of control. He's going all over the place. He's saying all kind of crazy stuff to the woman, just being as demeaning as possible. Possessed, eyes red, acting cray cray. She leaves you and walks away from you completely forever, for good. It's over. You go forward blaming her. Doesn't matter what the public thinks. So nobody needs tape recordings or screenshots. But you go forward in life within yourself, blaming it on her. She has to put you in a hex or a curse and bind you away from her for good. That's exactly what she's gonna have to do. Because you already said too much. Nobody understands why. Um, yeah, you just gonna end up cursed, and the biggest curse of all is not having access to somebody that loves you. That's gonna really hurt you. That's gonna hurt you forever, for the rest of your life. Many warnings were put in. You were warned so many times. This woman has told you over and over and over again what the issue was. You didn't want to listen. So your ego was probably super duper inflated. Doesn't matter if it was a result of a curse. You can't use curses as an excuse to hurt somebody that loves you or that you love. Curses, bad spirits, demons are no excuse for hurting someone that you love. And that's the end of it. And that's where hey, if you can have one incident of doing that, or maybe you sick for a little while and you do it once, maybe twice. If you've done that like over 500 times, what do you expect for that woman to do? You expect that woman to stay with you. You expect that woman to get back with you. And this can go vice versa because I know that women can be very verbally abusive. They can, just I can't imagine being that way. But I've heard about some women can be very abusive to men. Uh, you know, listen, uh negative spirits, curses, hexes, manipulation, and demons, you can no longer use that as an excuse for hurting people. So, see, that's why there's a lot of people out there, y'all. They will purposely keep themselves dumbed down just so they can be pieces of garbage. Yeah. Purposely dumb yourself down. Purposely just so that you can feel that, I guess you like the feeling of being possessed by negative spirits. I guess I don't know how the letdown is going to be or the come down off of that. I don't know. It's very weird because it almost seems like a drug trip or something. Maybe there's one of those, maybe something is going on, but there are some things that you just don't do. And that is one of them. So I talk to couples all the time that are fighting, and I still do that work. But I think that if a breakup working leads to extreme verbal abuse to where you are being verbally abusive to a woman, her children, her life, her livelihood, her everything. First of all, not only does that woman need to cut the cord from you and walk away for good, but you also will be cursed. A lot of women are doing that these days because yeah, you're filled with demons. You may go and poop that demon out the next day. It may take several days. You may be constipated right now, and the demon is going to run its course. And maybe there was an intent to break you up for good. Maybe it was. Maybe it needs to be over for good because you don't, first of all, you're not spiritually protected. You claim that you're spiritually protected by Jesus Christ, too. A lot of them, that's real funny. They're protected by Jesus, but yet you're attacking a woman and children, a witch and her children, a witch that will curse you, a witch that will always put herself, her craft, and her children first. You will be cursed. So Jesus ain't kicking in, like I said. Because if Jesus was really kicking in, Jesus would have led you to be more peaceful and respectful and loving, right? Because that's what we relate Jesus to. Jesus is loving. Am I lying, Ashley Rose? I don't understand these men. I I don't understand it. So listen, don't allow these men too many excuses. Seriously. There are times when there can be a breakup, a big breakup, a couple of breakups, and y'all get back together and it's nothing but peace and harmony for the rest. But if a man has done that, like I'm talking about complete and total annihilation of your very soul, this person is literally trying to cut you down, trying. to. Trying is the key word here. Sending you death messages. Oh, I want you to die. Oh, your life is in the toilet. Oh, your kids are fucked up. Oh, your life is fucked up. Oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you're a whore. You're a broke whore. You're nothing. You're a piece of garbage. Yeah, a. Not only is that woman done with you, but you cursed. And you deserve a death curse. Because most of you men manipulate women into falling in love with you anyway. Y'all do. And y'all and what y'all do is y'all manipulate us so much that you end up falling in love yourself. Then you get to struggling within yourself. So you in love and you toxic and you're dysfunctional. You got one foot in the situation and one foot out. Okay. Can we really blame that coven of witches for your foul behavior? Can we really blame your ex that may have lit a doom candle and a back to back separation candle? No, we can't. That's your fault. You were not man enough to fight off those energies, were you? Now, I'm talking about if every other week, now we know that your excuse also another thing, your bipolar disorder, your schizophrenia, your mental disorders are not going to be an excuse for verbal abuse either. No, you can't use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm mentally ill. You know, I have a problem. I'm crazy. Yeah, so am I, but I don't verbally abuse the people that I love. I don't try to do harm to people because I'm smart. I'm not going to try to do harm to somebody that can fuck me up. You know why? Because I know they can fuck me up. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm not talking about, you know, I'm not talking about curses and vexes and hexes that take years. No. When I curse somebody, it does not take years to kick in. It's gonna kick in that same damn day. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah. It's gonna kick in that day. People that are usually being verbally abusive and saying all these demeaning things, those people typically are projecting their own negative energy or their own negative thoughts of self. But how many times have we said to transmute those energies? Say what? Transmute? Is that more witch talk? Yeah, that's more. Yep. Yep. Why don't you transmute your negative energies into positive? Cuz I'm Christian and I believe in Jesus. Okay, you're dismissed. Permanently dismissed. I don't know when certain people are going to evolve or if they ever will. But, that is the point. You're not going to continue to take advantage of these women's love for you. And it's mainly a lot of men doing it. And I understand that there's evil women, there's evil sadistic cunts out there doing stuff. They may not be able to make spells work, but they are being very manipulative in their own way. That's no excuse. You've made way too many excuses. It's time for you to walk away and don't show your face anymore. That's how I would feel about the situation. Okay. So a lot of y'all, y'all are going to have breakups, right? You're going to have breakups and the situation is going to be complicated. And yeah, you can fix the relationship, but there's some of y'all that are dealing with these men that they are willfully blind. and they want to abuse. And it doesn't matter what you do, that person's will to abuse and to try to harm people is going to be stronger than ever. In fact, sometimes, even when you're trying to give them positive energy and try to heal them, they will take that healing energy and they will still attack you. You like every single time you're falling for the okey doke, you like mistreating people. You expect for the woman to continue. And a lot of these men, hello, Natasha, good morning, marry me. A lot of these men are practicing the craft. A lot of them are being abusive to you while lighting love candles on you. So that's enough. Listen, it's over. Okay. When it's over, it's over. And so there's certain cards that I look at. There's certain energies and cards that I'll look at before I'll even do work for women to get a man back into their life. If I see the death card, if his intentions towards you is death and justice inverted and three of swords, I'm not doing it, because that man, he just wants to hurt you. Yeah, he's cursed. Yeah, he's possessed, but he's going to hold on to that toxic energy. He's not going to fully release it and be trustworthy. He is going to hold on to it, suppress it for as long as he can, and then it's going to continue to pop up. Yeah, there's people surrounding you. Yeah. So you have to get down to the core of a man. What is in his heart? What is in his soul? Would be my suggestion. If you see any of those cards as his core being, don't bother with it. Okay. Now, if he's temporarily possessed, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all what I do. I do three things. If your man is temporarily possessed, I will depossess him. I will cleanse him and clear him, right? And he'll come back and he'll be better, right? But another thing that I'll do is I'll protect him. I will protect him from being able to be possessed again. And it works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Then I'll go even further and bind him with your love. If I've done those three things and he's still acting up, it ain't nothing that nobody can do for that man. Nobody can do it for him. He's a negative person. He's toxic. He doesn't want to change. You cannot force somebody. Like, okay, so let's say that the demon is gone. Let's say that he's possessed by a demon or a malevolent spirit at that moment, right? And he's okay. He's doing okay. You're getting along fine. He's, paying your bills but then all of a sudden it pop up again and ain't nothing happening. Nothing's happening because he's protected and he's shielded. What's going on? Can't nothing get past that protection. I don't care if somebody spoke it directly to them or tried to put them under hypnosis. Still not going to work. My protection over your men covers hypnosis. So what's going on? That man is just he's just like that. And more than likely, before right before he comes out with the blatant disrespect and degradation of you and everything about you, he's making little subtle jokes. Ha ha ha. Right? But then when the demon kick in, there he is. His true colors are showing, right? So, because a lot of us in the spiritual community, we do know that breakup, destruction, magic causes what? It causes a man to act cray cray. It does. It causes him to act stupid. Causes him to cuss you out. Y'all be fighting and going back and forth. Y'all are now that energy is ping ponging back and forth. So you feel compelled to argue with them. They're threatening everything about you, or demeaning and downgrading. Literally trying. Don't ever let a man get you down ever. Okay? Ever. Which one did you watch? Or you talking about the last one that I did? Don't ever let a man do that to you. Okay? Now, if he does it once or twice, and depending on the severity, because some people are like, boy, bye. But if it's continuously and he keeps attacking your accomplishments, like for example, your career, that is that person is just like that. That's just how he is. And more than likely he's seeking out the vengeance against you. And your love is not enough to change him. He may now, maybe if he has a near death experience to where he gets crushed by, or crushed in between a car, maybe he loses a leg, maybe that will change his disgusting attitude. But guys, you can't always say, oh, it was black magic. Oh, please don't think that. So just understand the core of the person. And it just seems like they enjoy it. Oh, I enjoy being verbally abusive. Let's fight and go back and forth. It may just be where maybe he just like drama. He might just like that kind of interaction. He likes to cuss and fuss and then make up later. And then cuss and act a fool, be very horrible, disrespectful, and then make up later. That may be something that he might be into. I wouldn't be into it. That's a very dysfunctional person. My loved ones, my children, my man, my friends, we don't talk to each other that way. So perhaps you're dealing with a person that maybe that's just normal for them. It was perfectly normal for me to say those things to you. Well, I still love you even though I'm saying those things to you. No, it's over. Goodbye. Mhm. Well, I think that if it's a minor argument or, y'all just for some reason things seem out of control, and that can be it can be it, it's when it okay, witchcraft or possession, it just is what it is. But then it turns into an excuse, especially if you're talking to them about it. If you're saying, "Hey, now that we're getting along, that last argument that we had, I really believe that you were possessed. I really believe it." And they may even agree with you. Well, I think that we should, put these goose feathers over here and buy our pictures and protect ourselves, and then it won't happen again. Okay, well, it won't happen again, but then it happens again. But then it happens again, over and over and over again, where this person continuously is like, and yeah, I understand that, there's hurt child syndrome to where the inner child is hurt. But I think that a lot of you women, based upon, especially if you practice the craft all the time, if you practice it all the time and you have done everything that you possibly could for that person, everything, then you have to accept, okay, witchcraft ain't gonna help this person. And you know what that person's gonna do? That person is gonna, and more than likely is narcissism, which narcissism can really, you know that any mental condition can be it can actually be manifested through spell work. Did y'all know that? Any mental illness can be replicated through spell work. You can actually make somebody act narcissistic. You can actually make somebody be bipolar. You can actually make somebody have symptoms of schizophrenia. This is a fact. That can be done via witchcraft. It's done all the time via witchcraft. You know, there's been people that you know, witches can cast curses on people to make them have suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, thoughts of murder. You know, yeah, that can happen through the craft. So a person that is just open to anything, do they have a fate of destruction? You know, but I think that when a person is being targeted in that way and they know that they're being targeted in that way, they know it, but they still continue to surrender to that negativity and they don't help themselves because at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to men, we cannot control them with witchcraft. They have to be able to control themselves. And that's just the reality of it. Okay? That's just the reality of it. Oh my God, I didn't get sugar. Oh no. How did I forget that? Dang it. I'll get some. I'm gonna get some from yeah. So keep that in mind. And then maybe it don't even involve witchcraft. Maybe it's just a bunch of negative family members or negative friends. Let's say that a man continuously is around negative family, negative friends that, you know, he knows that those friends are jealous of him. He knows that those friends don't like you, right? He knows these things, right? But he continues to do it. He continues to hang around these people continuously. Isn't he putting those people before your relationship? Aren't they more important? And yeah, it can be a bondage. It seems like they're in bondage, but why don't they break the bondage? Why do they continue to do it? Why? Why can't they stop? Why can't they fix themselves? Why can't they make a conscious decision to see the negative impact that it's having on their lives and the negative impact that it has on their relationships? Why do they continuously hang around? So it don't even have to be witchcraft. It can just be negative family members. Why do they continue? Why won't they stop? Why is it that your relationship with them is not so important that they cannot see the error to their ways? Now, if it's just a breakup, like y'all broke up, that's different because they are not around you. But a lot of times, what these men will do is they will constantly want to be around you. In fact, you know, rarely do they walk away from you for a long time. So they don't even really walk away. It's just I'm free to be sadistic. I'm free to talk crazy to you. I'm free to do this. I'm going to do it. And then, especially if he knows witchcraft himself, he'll try to do something to get you back, even though he is extremely abusive, verbally or physically. And I'm not. I don't judge people, but there are some of us that hold on a second. I Yeah. So I think that it comes a time when you have to say, you know what, it's time to let it go. And try not to wait till you're too old, because, that's really sad when you are 40 or 50 and you're just now breaking free from this person, and that you should have broke free from 10 years ago, or probably never should have been in your life, you know. So you wait a minute, y'all broke up? Wow. Not your man that you with now, Kinsley's mommy, right? Such a shame. And it's probably just because he didn't want to do right. I say it's enough sugar in that creamer though, don't you think? I'm gonna get some sugar. I'm gonna get some. I don't know how I forgot to get it. Got all that other stuff. Did you put those chicken wings in the freezer? The fridge? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah. So, I personally, the way that I'm looking at life at this point is that I personally, you don't have to agree with me. I don't judge at all. For me personally, I'd rather be alone than have to deal with a dysfunctional, crazy, psychotic, drama-filled psycho man that should have control over himself. And I think that men, the expectation should be self control. But when you step into the world of witchcraft, we do kind of tend to make excuses for them, you know, and they make excuses. Oh, somebody came and said this, or I saw you doing that, and then I assumed this. You know what I can't stand what men do is that when you take an action to do anything, and they ask you why did you do it, you tell them why you did it, but they say no, it was something else. Nope, it wasn't that. It was for this reason, and then they just go. And then they just go. I'm gonna give y'all a kind of a weird example. Oh, why were you arguing passionately with that other man? Well, it was because this person spreaded a rumor about me, and I was upset about it, and I wanted to clear it up and check that person. No, I think you actually was in an argument with that person because you must like them or have a thing for them. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. You hoe, you slut, and your mama ain't shit, and your kids ain't shit, and your daddy ain't shit, and your this ain't shit, and your life ain't shit. I'm like, hey, bro, yeah. I just got turned off for life. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, and I'm not gonna do it. Now, if a man is just kind of like, well, I don't want this relationship, and I'm walking away, that's different. If that's all he does, then you can work with that. If he's just like, well, I can't be around, or if you know what I'm saying, okay, fine. But not you're trying to like, what are you trying to curse me or something? Like that's how I look at things, y'all, because I'm a witch. You say certain words to me, I feel like you're trying to get in my head. And then that's when I start lighting up skull candles against you. Nobody has time for that. Nobody has time to deal with somebody that don't know how to deal with theyself. Mm-mm. As long as you know that that man is not gonna, be emotionally abusive, and that you can fix that aspect. But some of them are looking for trouble. For example, I have had situations where I have cleared a man over and over again of bad spirits. He's out looking for bad spirits so that he can attack me with them. He's looking for excuses to attack. So you done cleared him, cleansed him of all of that. You've done all of that, and yet he's still going to find. Some of these men are just looking for trouble, and that trouble usually finds their relationships as well. A person that goes around looking for trouble is typically very self-destructive. They could be self-destructive because somebody put a curse on them. I don't care. Nobody can make me self-destructive just because they put a curse on me. How could you be so silly? I have higher expectations for men. Kinsley's mommy, you gonna have to come talk to me. What was he doing? Was he being verbally abusive and stuff? Girl, let me tell you. I listen, listen. No, nobody's gonna keep that kind of negativity around in their life, and the excuses that they make. But at the end of the day, once you kill the love, you killed it. It's dead forever and it ain't coming back. And when somebody has said all that negative stuff to you, you know what I do whenever somebody says negative things to me? I listen to it and I flip it around to positive. So if you type anything negative to me, I flip it around to positive, and then I move on. I don't want to have to keep doing that. See, that is where you're in it, and you're literally in a mentally draining relationship. Imagine having to do that once a week or twice a week. You dealing with a man and every 5 minutes, you a broke bum bitch and ain't nobody want you, and you're fat and you're ugly. And so you got to constantly rearrange. You're constantly having to rearrange, rewire, flip those words to positive. You're constantly having to do that and do all these positive affirmations to yourself all the time. You're constantly having to reset your brain. You're constantly having to heal your mind. Bye, boy, bye. I don't care how good the sex is. You got to go. You got to go. That's called mentally draining. You couldn't find nothing positive to say to me. I know you're going to do great. I believe in you. I have faith in you. I know you can do this. No, instead you chose to be very negative all the time, and it was too much work. It was like I understand sometimes relationships can be work sometimes, but that's supposed to be like maybe once a year, maybe. I don't know. But every couple of days or every week, I got to constantly transmute your negative energy, and I got you in my bed. No. No, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. You and your family and whoever else that came with you gotta go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mm-mm. Your mama, your ex, your whoever it is, y'all all got to go. And now if a man can he be normal? Is he genuinely a positive person? If he was a piece of crap from the beginning, I mean, god dang, and you did everything in your power, you showered and poured your love into him to transmute it, and it still can't change. He's still like, it shouldn't take you that long. What is it gonna take, a lifetime? He got to go at that point. And you got to specifically say, hey, everything that you do is going to fail. Because trust and believe that a man that does that, when he realizes that it's over, he's going to try to get revenge on you. He's not going to want to let it go because he wants to spaz out. He wants to talk crazy to you anytime he wants without any repercussions. He just wants you to sit and take that negativity. Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I would at that point, as long as he's, stalking, hawking, hoovering, whatever they call it, I would make sure everything that he does fail. That's what that's for. Telling somebody everything you gonna do gonna fail. Just a normal person that ain't bothering nobody and doing good things. No, you don't do that. A person that does that, and then when you finally say it's over, I'm done. I am liberating myself from this situation. And when he comes back and says, "Oh, I'm going to ruin you," that's when you say everything you do is going to fail. No weapons that you form against me shall prosper. That's what that's for. And I would curse him with that. If you do anything, because trust me, they got some kind of drama, some kind of revenge cooked up, whether or not they go to a witch or whatever, everything that you do is going to fail. And you have to be very specific about that. And I would bind it. I would bind it unless you get back with that person. If you get back with that person, then you got to let them. I wouldn't even get back with them. Get back with them for what? They done already destroyed your trust. Hey, John Lane. They already destroyed the trust. Trust is gone. You cray cray. And you can't be trusted. Something. And yeah, if you're dealing with somebody that's mentally ill, but mentally ill people are not stupid. So they can say, oh, well, you know that I got borderline personality disorder and I got this problem and that problem. And I've been off of my medication. But I still think that they full well know what they're doing, because misogyny is misogyny. And I've dealt with a man that literally, just because I'm a woman, he had it out for me. And because I've accomplished more than he has accomplished by myself, he's jealous. He's jealous of that. He did the math, he crunched the numbers, and he said, wow, yeah, she has done more than me. So I have to try to stomp her out. Why? I don't know. Why is it a competition? Why is it a rat race? I have no idea, because it shouldn't be. And how do you justify pulling that into your relationships with people? Like, it'd be different if I was somebody that you were not currently sexually active with. What's wrong with you? You are currently sexually active with me and you're doing that. Girl, did all that? Oh, wow. Are you talking about somebody previously to the person that you with now? Mm-mm-mm. Girl, that's crazy. Because I think that when a man, when whoever started the argument, and if I send that negative energy back to you and I say, well, you this, and that, I feel like the person that started it should be like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. People that can't apologize, I don't trust them. They don't have, I feel like, and yeah, sometimes the soul retrieval is needed. But why can't you keep your soul in your body? Why are you having a hard time with staying connected to your mind, body, and your spirit? And then they'll say, oh, I don't believe in that. I believe in Jesus. Bye. Bye. Because you already know what it is. Because as soon as you do a soul retrieval ritual, here he come back. He got that same smile on his face, that look on his face. He making good love to you after you do that soul retrieval. Why I got to do 10, 12 soul retrievals per year on you? I'm so sorry. Wow. His mama broke y'all up. His mama broke y'all up. She wanted her son back. So that's why he was acting like that. Because his mama wanted her husband back. You heard me? His mama wanted her husband back. That's why I said, my son, my oldest son, both of them, they probably are going to leave the home when they are close to their mid 20s. But when they gone, they gone. They gonna be with their wives. I can't stand mothers like that. That was his mama, girl. Mm-hmm. That's terrible. Why are all these women doing that? What's up with these mothers that are doing that? Is his mama real old? How old is his mama, Kinsley's mommy? Uh, uh, uh. You can still get that man back, but if he, like I said, let's say that a man, let's say that somebody's just casting things out there at the person or conjuring spirits on that person. And the person just continuously gets taken over by demons or entities. Why? Like, I don't want to stay with a person that's constantly being taken over by demons or entities. I can do it. If I can do it, why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? Especially, I did like top notch, like die hard. I'm talking about freaking die hard protection for you. I'm talking about can't none get past this shit. But somehow you invited it in. See, sometimes they invite it in. Mm, I picked up on that, Kinsley's mommy. I picked up on that something like that was going on. I can't stand verbally abusive men that you just want to you just want to put a zipper on their lips and just zip it. Just shut up. And that's a possession of the throat chakra. He was possessed, and you know what? His mama probably over there happy as a lark. Oh, I got my baby back. Oh, my child. And I bet you his mama was probably verbally abusive to him as a child, and he returned to that because that somehow the abuse is a comfort. I don't know. It's weird. It really is. Having to constantly, I like to do it at the head, right? Like at the like out the gates. And so I'm blocking any electronic communication from anybody verbally abusing me is blocked. Mm-mm. Not restricted, blocked. Because you can be at your house sleep, and that person up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning is sending you all kind of crazy shit. and you wake up and they done said all this crazy stuff. It's like, oh, hell no. While you asleep, they sending you these evil messages to try to hurt you because they wanted to hurt you. They want to put these subconscious and conscious blockages in your head so that you won't achieve your goals. So messenger can be powerful because even if a person has not read those messages, the message is still coming through unless the person is blocked. So that's why my messenger is sold up. Can't nobody send me nothing on messenger. And if a man does that to me, if I get messages from them, all these crazy messages, and well, I don't even want to call you a man at this point. You're more like a eunuch or some kind of something. I don't know. But yeah, blocked, reversed, blocked, cursed, binded. Okay. Because the way that I am when it comes to love, being that I'm a hopeless romantic, I will fight any demon. If my mama tell me not to be with you, if my daddy tell me not to be with you, I will fight the worst demon in the world in history for the people that I love. And I would never. See, I don't verbally abuse my children, never have, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? And I don't live my life in verbal abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't. And so that's like nah. Or physical. Or physical abuse. So, I just yeah, no. And it's not that a person has to be alone. There's plenty of men out there for you women that are not going to verbally abuse you or physically abuse you. What? See, that's a curse. The closer y'all get to each other, the worse it gets. That's a specific and very complicated curse to make sure that he never got close to nobody. That man got a curse on him, and I think it's generational, and I think his mama did it to him. Mm-hmm. Mid 60s is chrome phase. And his father ain't there no more, so she wanted her son back, pretty much. Oh, Ashley Rose says Jamila is amazing. If you have not gotten a consultation with her, I recommend her. She told me so much truth and was on point. She is the real deal and is one of the sweetest people ever. Thank you, Ashley. Mwah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had an amazing consultation. Yeah. Having to do constant work. Yes. See, that's where, and that right there, this right here blew it out of the water, Kinsley's mommy. That's just it. Having to do constant work on your significant other is exhausting. And I think that a lot of men, they, even if you're not a witch, because if a man knows that you're a witch, he's thinking that you're thinking every single time he acts up, it's the result of somebody else and it's not his fault. So he can just act up whenever he wants. And you're just going to go fix it. Who has time for that? Who has time for that constantly? Yeah, we'll go to the moon and back and to hell and back over the people that we love. But, when it starts to tear you down mentally and physically, yeah, no. Hmm. Yeah, because she knew that everything was manifesting. She knew that everything was manifesting the way that she wanted it. That's so sick. I don't understand that. And you know what? Is she sickly and stuff? Probably because she taking the medications that's messing her up. and stuff. And she probably assumed just because she in her 60s that she needs somebody there, you know. You know, there's a lot of 60 and 70 and 80 and 90-year-old people that some of them even live off the grid. They have to go outside and chop wood every day to have heat in their house. And they are in their 60s and 70s. Just because you in your 60s and 70s don't mean you have to be crippled and sickly. So she wanted her son back. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. I appreciate the recommendation. Wow. So you okay, Kinsley? Did you go to your mother's house? That's so sad. That's just, oh God, that's unbelievably sad. Oh wow, yeah. And you know what I noticed? Any of you entrepreneurs out there or self-employed people, this is a big one. Ooh, why are they so abusive towards self-employed people? Self-employed people are under attack. Get a job. I have over 20 years of work experience. You need to just get a job and just let all that nonsense go having your own business. Never. After you have worked over 20 years in the workforce, you are a veteran. You can do whatever you want to do. And that's the God to honest truth. Why are they so? That is considered to be financial abuse. If you're running a business and you got somebody trailing behind you trying to sabotage your business, and it's like, well, oh, you trying to shut down my business? Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'll shut down your business. You gonna shut down your own business. Oh, your business is doing what? Okay. Oh my God, it's a trip. And see, I can't do it, because I have a mix of friends. My friends are either self-employed or they have jobs. What's the difference? Why is it that these people, why are they trying to make decisions for people? And they hate this group that I'm doing now because it's about liberation, but it's so much more. We got a lot going on with this group. A lot. And I think I did, it was like almost a 20-minute reading today. I don't understand why they want to complicate the situation so badly. Like, and then if you have a business and you're successful at it, oh no, no, they don't like that. Okay, y'all with your mind. Well, that's good. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. Well, maybe now you can schedule that reading. I think, do you want him back? If you do, it's okay. But I think that if he's just if this is a habit that man has, Kinsley's mommy, if he's just in the habit of being verbally abusive, you know, like just about your career, like I'm gonna tell you something. The best way to be hated by a woman is to be demeaning to her about her career. Like that's kind of wow. Okay, so you don't want him back. Wow. I know that's right, girlfriend. Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh God. And he need to be lucky that a woman was willing to be with him. Y'all see this? His older brother is 37 and has all these girlfriends and think he's some kind of pimp. Let me tell you something. If I was a man and I had an older brother that thought he was a pimp, he would never meet any of my girlfriends. Nobody would know about him. That's embarrassing. How trashy. He got the nerve to be verbally abusive, and he got that kind of trash going on in his family. That's garbage. So he got a garbage family and got the nerve to be mistreating somebody that can see past all that and love him. Oh, he got to go. Especially when you listen, especially when you got a dysfunctional family that you're doing nothing about. You got a dysfunctional family too. And you got the nerve to try to act like I'm supposed to be checking for you. Yeah, but that's still, that's a sign. A man with a bunch of girlfriends thinking he's a pimp, that just means that there's sexual as well as relationship dysfunction in the family. That's like a generational curse. It'd be different if his brother was married or either just had a girlfriend or even single, but not you got a bunch of girlfriends and you think you a pimp. That, oh my God. Oh my God. Goodness gracious. It just what somebody that says that first of all of the girlfriends are a problem and he's the main problem, but then he's got several girlfriends who are all fighting over boy bye, and his brother ain't no good either. Yep. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she raised her kids to be dysfunctional like that, I can promise you. She raised them kids. I bet you his mama is an old hoe. Kinsley's mommy. His mama is an old hoe. She an old retired hoe, probably. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, girl, I can't handle. His mama an old hoe. Old hoe. You old hoe. But why she couldn't break the cycle? She didn't break the cycle with her sons. Goodness gracious. I'm telling you. I hate to be a bad influence, but I would curse him and his mama. God damn. Oh my God. And they always manipulate us into falling in love with them too. And then all of a sudden it's like the shining, when you find out like really how messed up they are, it's like, oh my God, Jack Nicholson. No, it's like the Joker. Oh my God. Police. Police. They should have like police protection for women. Oh my God. And we pay a lot of taxes and like do they have protection from this kind of like and then they'll go out and society will make us feel bad for not. I like sex, but I would feel more satisfied right now if I had my apothecary together, like totally. And I was able to make like my essential oils and stuff from scratch and like my plants and stuff and all that stuff, my botanicals and stuff like live plants. I would be more satisfied with that than to have sex with a man like that. I don't care about sex like sex. To me, sex is not worth it. I don't want to have sex with you if you can't make sure that I'm fulfilled in other areas. Because especially if they get to fussing about something, I'm like, wait a minute. Did you bring me over some seedlings? I'm sorry, did you help me build my greenhouse that I want off of the garage? I'd like to have a greenhouse out there. I'm sorry, sir. Did you buy me an essential oil maker? Did you get my candle supplies? Did you stock my business? No, no. And you didn't do any of that. All you did was gave me a wet ass. Get out. Get out. Police. Police. Get out. I don't know if y'all watch TikTok. What's old boy's name? Oh my God. He is so funny. I did a duet with him. He'd be like, police. Yep. Oh, I bet. You got to be a evil, evil, just spiteful. And who the hell wants to be narcissistic? Don't nobody want to be narcissistic. Narcissistic people are miserable. They have no joy in their life. They have narcissistic people have no love, no peace, no joy in their life. They're not jovial people. They really feel misery pulsing through their veins and their heart chakra. Goodness gracious. And the government don't make it no better because they done took all the good men that are noble and killed off their generations in the army. It's just a big setup. We're headed for no man's land really fast. And a lot of the heirloom men that we can do work on, yeah, we'll do work on them. But I'm telling you, if you've been working on that man for if you've been with him and work, and I'm talking about you're literally able to spit in his mouth because you're kissing him, and you still can't make a difference. Ain't no help for that man, because y'all know the army and their old saying, we're looking for a few good men. They done killed like a whole bunch of them in the army, or either ruined them because they come back from training, basic training, crazy as a bitsy bug, or either they come back from these wars another person. They lose their soul. I just think it's crap, man. I really do. So yeah, man, it just it's a crapshoot, and it's an emergency. It's a 911 emergency for us to get a hold of it. But sadly, what they do is they keep us wrapped up in financial issues. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that it's a worldwide initiative to destroy love. I really do. And I think that if you are a person that is capable of love, and we honestly really believe in our hearts, like we know that these men are kind of messed up, but we love them anyway so much. And we believe so much. And I believe too that we can help them to learn to love. But with some of them, you just got to let them go, because some of them, they are beyond help. And like I said, a soul retrieval. I'm gonna tell you exactly what a soul retrieval ritual is. A soul retrieval ritual is where you actually kick a fucked up spirit out of a person and you bring the original person back to the body. That's exactly what a soul retrieval is, right? And it works. It actually works pretty quickly too. But if I've had to do a soul retrieval like a total of 200 times, I'm gonna venture out to say that, you know, I'm gonna get tired of doing it after a while. Oh my God, I'm gonna get tired of doing it. I am. I can't. You know. I guess that could be the result of that negative energy. Because I think that your lover should love you more than that. I would never let a bad spirit take over my body, because that does happen, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They will devour him. They'll start to tear at the flesh. It's signs that they need it so bad. Yeah, it is certain signs that they need it because they'll start to look like a demon. They don't even look right. It's like their skin will look kind of grayish. It'll look ashy, kind of like they won't look the same. The eyes will look dead. It's very scary. But then, what if you're dealing with a third party situation and you do a soul retrieval, but another woman is benefiting from it? So that's another thing. You supposed to do all this work that this other woman is mainly benefiting from. Fuck you. Fuck off. And it's clear that you ain't gonna never leave that person. So let me go ahead and go and just you know, and I don't care if you're soulmate, twin flame, best friend, you know, best friend of me. I don't care what. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Yeah, and you know that soul retrieval ritual, it takes resources. It's really very easy to do it though. It's kind of easy to do it. It is. It's not a difficult ritual to do. It really isn't. That's so sad. What Kinsley's mommy? What's his zodiac sign again? Is he air? Cause them air signs, they can become possessed very quickly. Them air signs are very, very, very open to possession. And that's what gives them a bad name. Oh, girl. Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes, ma'am. Yes. A Gemini girl. Oh, wow. Mm, mm. That's the problem. Cause I swear, a spirit only has to blow on them and they, yeah, demon time. You know what I'm saying? Like them air signs, girl, it don't take much. They don't be having no kind of protection for the home sometimes. Oh, they the perfect couple. Oh my God, Kinsley's mommy. No. What's your zodiac sign again? You had told me. Oh my God. And you know them air signs are stubborn. They don't like to listen to nobody. Oh my God. I can't handle it, girl. This information is just blowing me away. Wow. Because it's confirmation. Okay, see, you are Aries. See, I believe that Aries, I have a daughter that's an Aries. Love her. Shout out to my daughter. She's an Aries. They're very when an Aries is on the correct path, they are some of the best people in the world. Oh my God, I love me some Aries. Okay. When they bad and corrupt though, woo Lord child. Okay. But yeah, yeah, y'all some strong people. Okay. And you know what? I don't have any Aries in my chart, I don't think. Maybe way off somewhere. They don't like to listen. They think they know everything. And they some of the most messed up. For real. They be messed up. It just be like, and you can't just let any and all. That's why I be trying to say in the spiritual community, you can't just let every spirit come into you. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. Because I kept picking up, like I said, this happened a couple of months ago, right? And I swear to you, I had insomnia. I was up all night long, y'all. Right? And all of a sudden, I run into this story on YouTube. You know, I was like scrolling through YouTube or whatever. And it was this story about this lady that traveled believe it was, she was coming to the Atlanta area or something. They had video footage of her, and she was talking about how she's practicing, dark magic and stuff. Well, she's missing. She's deceased. This lady's deceased. Okay, her body is underwater. Somebody murdered her. Okay, I picked up on it. Her spirit somehow came to me. You know what I did? I told my spirits, I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I went to my spirit guides and I cried to them. I said, I do when I got done with that reading, honestly, if that's what people like to do, death investigations, hey, have it. Anybody that wants to do death investigations can have that shit. I don't want it. I don't want it because I don't want random spirits coming to me now, because I could actually feel what had happened to her. And my spirit guides was like, okay, well, you don't have to. And then, they were just kind of like, yeah, we agree. They agreed with me because I had done a reading on that little girl that had gotten killed by her boyfriend. And I didn't even realize, I'm just reading the cards. I'm just reading. And I think I made, what was that little cute little white girl, little blonde hair white girl? Oh God, I can't think of her name. Yeah. I did a reading on it and I exposed his parents. And I think them people that saw that reading, I think they started throwing bad energy at me or something. No, thank you. No more death investigations for me unless they're private. But I'm not exposing no killers. No, I don't. No, 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 no. Let the police do their job. I don't work with the police. I don't help the police. No. Here's what I do. If a person has a curse on them or they need a cleanse, a chakra balancing, a healing, if they need money work, fertility work, work, love reunion work, or even some dark workings, that's what I do. Otherwise, I'm not a police expert. Yeah, Gabby Petito. Thank you, sweetie. I'm not a police expert. The police ain't paying me. They not paying or protecting me. No, thank you. I'm not doing that anymore. Okay. I said that a couple of months ago because that stuff had me up all night long. And I was already dealing with some other stuff that I was trying to sort through. And then all of a sudden her spirit came to me and her chest was being weighed down with cinder blocks. And I could feel that. And I didn't like the way that felt. And ever since I stopped doing that, I don't have that issue anymore. I'm not interested in doing that. Okay. Yeah. So exactly. Exactly. Well, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But when it comes to them air signs though, like a spirit can just be like, hello, and they like, yes, let's do evil. Ha! Next thing you know, they possessed. And I don't have any air sign children. I have two Pisces, one Aries, and one Leo. Yeah. And it's not that I could totally handle having an air sign child though, because I would pay attention because I'm an expert. So if I ended up having a child that was an air sign, my child would be like the best air sign in the world. No, I'm joking, but my child would be well balanced. Air signs, they are like air. They're like weehoo, and then boom, there it is. Something's going on. Oh my God, what happened? Nothing happened, but I've got a bad spirit, and I'm just gonna, attack you. Yeah, but that can happen with any zodiac sign, though. But I think that they have it's like a swift turnaround. Like literally one day they can be normal, and then the next day it just seems like it's like I am the devil. And it's like, oh my God, what has gotten into you? What you gonna do with his hair, girl? Mm-mm-mm. Girl, I think you gonna end up. I think, listen, Kinsley's mommy, if you do end up getting back with him, I'd say get some guidance on how to help him. But I think that I think the trust is gone because he probably did it way too many times. Like one minute he okay, and then the next minute he not okay, and then one minute he's not. And I think the way that they're gonna do it, I think it takes practice within themselves. But I think stones and crystals will help them, and they don't be having none of them. They don't be having no. It don't be no stones, no crystals. They don't have a Zen garden. And you can just look in their home environment and tell that there's nothing there that would be helpful to that situation. Nothing is there. Nothing, you know. And some, I guess some people, they feel like they know this person has a problem, and they're like, make that person the target. So whenever you feel a demonic spirit coming, you make that person be the target, not me, not us, that person. Whenever you're feeling some type of way, just take it all out on her or him, instead of fixing the problem. You've got to be a professional victim for that person. Get the fuck out of here. No. No, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Mm. Why do them damn Geminis like to mess with your job? Okay, y'all. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I wish I could stay longer. I got work to do. I gotta do some work for the group. By the way, if you're in the Maybon Fall Equinox group, I'm gonna send you a link. Okay, if you're in the group and I don't send you the link, which I pretty much got everybody in my head, I'm gonna send the link to y'all to today's reading. But if I don't send it to you, text me for it. Okay, but make sure y'all look at that video that I did today. And then it's a lot of information for the group. And if you have not gotten into my Maybon group, do so. If you need focused work though, like if you're not done with your significant other, and you need a soul retrieval, you guys are more than welcome to contact me for that. Because yeah, that is what is needed. Because you know what ends up happening? If I do a love reunion, that person will come back, but they may not. In some cases, if their soul has been fragmented even a little bit, they won't come back the same. Okay, they won't come back the same. So you would, in that case, need a soul retrieval. Mm-hmm. So just doing a hugging lover candle, like you want that person physically there, but they're not going to be there all the way. Like they're not going to be there mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And I have perfected my soul retrievals to make them better, to make them like double acting as well, which means that they need to heal also. So I perfected it a whole lot. But yeah, that's what's wrong with a lot of these men, is that that soul be gone. And partially the reason why is either a dark practitioner wants their energy, or either it could be a sacrifice. Different aspects of your energy can be sacrificed. Like, for example, if you're somebody that possesses beauty, okay, then somebody may want to steal that. If you're somebody that possesses pyromancy, or pyrokinesis. Somebody may want to possess that gift. If you're somebody that possesses telekinesis, somebody may want to take that gift from you. So it's the same consensus. If somebody wants love, they may take your love, right? Yeah. So that's what happens when you need a love reunion. And that's why that person will be cold. They will be icy cold. You know, they'll say something to you. You'll be like, well, I thought you loved me. Love? Bitch. What does love have to do with this? Like, what the hell? Where did this come from all of a sudden? Oh, Lord. If you do a soul retrieval on him and he can keep it in his body, but with like if you know for a fact that you've done that ritual before, because I'm not the only one that knows about soul retrieval. A lot of us practitioners know about it. If you've done it before and he just cannot stay in his body, and your situation could be, it could be a precarious situation. And so you know, I guess you could, mm, that's a very, very, very tough decision. Because a lot of us, when we love somebody, we can't stop loving them. But I do think that you have to love yourself. I do, especially when that person is either being used to try to do harm to you or either is willfully trying to do harm to you. Okay. Yeah, it will just come out of nowhere. Oh my God, are you not the a girl? I've dealt with two Geminis like that. The first Gemini I dealt with, he wasn't that bad. He was more so behind the scenes with it. Yeah, this other Gemini, it'd be like one day everything will be okay, and then the next day, I'm a fat, ugly bitch. I'm unworthy. I should just die and be dead. Nothing good should ever happen to me. I'm a bum. I'm a loser. My life is, and I'm like, dude, like, you must want me to curse you, don't you? And I do think that it's possession, but I think he's allowing it. I think he's allowing it at this point. He's welcoming in. He's a willing participant in the possession. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna, no, no, I'm gonna curse everything that you're doing. Everything you're doing is gonna fail. I hope you live through it. Maybe one day, maybe. But right now, what I gotta do for me and mine is I got to end you. I got to vanquish you. I got to vanquish you. Is the way I would look at it. Why would you treat anybody like that? But I'm gonna tell you the reason why, and then especially if they're dumb enough to be running. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up and down. Especially when it comes to these not these black men, they are dumb duddies for relying on Christianity. They are stupid. So that's the main reason why they have a problem with us witches, is because of their religion, which condemns them as well. Because he could be a male witch, but male witches, keep this in mind, witches, male witches operate under Christianity. A lot of warlocks that are misogynistic assholes, they do operate under Christianity. And I don't like that. And I'm like, hey, can you be pagan? Nope, I'm Christian. You're an asshole. Okay. Because you know their Bible gives them specific instructions to just destroy us. It does. Very specific instructions. Never suffer a witch to live is what it tells them. So we wonder why women are getting murdered every single day. We wonder why. I mean, it's a miracle that any woman can ever even actually love them. And like, let alone, I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna have to give up your religion for me. I'm sorry. Well, I can't do that. Well, we can't be together. Well, it ain't gonna happen then, buddy. So, you know, middle finger to you. Okay. And I just think that it's something that women need to look at now. I believe that some of these men, you can work on them and everything will be okay. Absolutely. I've done it before. Do I believe that there are men out there that are perfect for us? Fuck yeah. Let's keep it a buck. A witch should not be with a Christian man. She shouldn't. Okay. I mean, they either trying to convert us or punish us. In fact, I think these days, if men want to win at love, hell, they need to give up their religion altogether. Because I don't think it's really serving them anyway. I think we're the ones that's serving them, but they don't want to tell us that or admit that to us, which is why it's almost like they're worshiping two different things. So they're confused. Do I believe that the God of the Bible is God? No, I don't. No. And I know that's sacrilegious, but I don't care. I would venture out to say that Horus is God, Ra is God, because I believe that Kemetic science predates Christianity by at least a couple of thousand years. So if I'm going to be associated with anything, it's going to be Isis, Sekhmet, Ra, Horus, all that other stuff. Christianity basically stole, like Isis is the original Virgin Mary. Isis is. And Christianity took from that. They took from that. So, whatever. And you know what? They literally are being given a pass on violating our spiritual beliefs, because would we be talking about it if they were not doing things to irritate us and to demean us and to try to sabotage us? No. Like literally trying to destroy everything I built, everything that I built that helps people, everything that I built that helped them. They so stupid. Really, where that stuff is coming from is over there in over there in where's that at over there in Egypt, where they derived all the Christianity from. Is it near the Nile River or something over there? Yeah. You need to be looking over there, buddy. And I think even the gods and goddesses fought then too. But I still believe that a man and a woman can have a harmonious relationship. Um, but a Christian man with a intent to destroy you as a witch and try to destroy any chance, because he'll tell you, don't nobody want you. Don't nobody ain't no man gonna want you. Oh, you too old for that now. Oh, okay. So you're gonna be in my life for 10, 20 years, right? and you gonna waste my time and hold me up. And then when I get in my mid 40s, now it's too late for me. Not only is it not too late for me, but I'm gonna do some death magic on you. Cause you done pissed me off. Because see, I can see now that you done surrendered to this stupid shit, which it would have been easier for you to just love me, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have been just easier for you to love me? In fact, I think that would have been better. And then what did you do? Go to church? Did you talk to Pastor? And Pastor done put all them self-destructive demons in you that made you talk crazy to me? Because Pastor done set you up. Pastor don't really love you. In fact, it seemed like to me the Bible was written by bitter men that wanted to stop other men from love and fulfillment in life. Hello. And I don't know why men, I mean, not to say that I do believe that there are men that have real true friends that care about them, but I think that for as a whole, I feel that men are each other's worst enemies in the entire world, especially when you think about church men, because they do everything they're not supposed to. They have the curse of Cain on them. All of them do. So basically, they covet each other's wives and children. They're jealous of one another. They are spiteful against one another. But yet men, they hold up this stuff. They will sit and shoot each other and tell you, well, this is what we do because we're men, and then bang bang, and they both dead. And it just is sort of like I'm so tired of it. Uh anyway, yeah, a man that hated on other men told men to rape women, told men to kill their witchy wife, and told men and women, I guess, to because they was boiling and eating each other's children in the Bible. It's so sick. I did just fuck it all and fuck all of it off. Is how I feel at this point. And it feels good to be free. You shoot like I feel like the ultimate test of love is for you to give up your religion for me. You love a God that you've never met and that is doing nothing for you. You love that God more than me, a God that you don't even really know exists. How the hell you gonna love a God more than you love a person that's physically in front of you? So that yeah, no. Wow. Oh Lord. His mother put him in the mental hospital. You need to, if you gonna get back with him, you need to get some crystals and stones and stuff. But you know, if he's not receptive to a child, then he just gonna be a lifelong work. And if he's not rich enough, like it'd be different if he was rich, then you could constantly work on him. He go out and work, and you working on him all day during the day. You know, you're testing his temperature when he calls and his voice tone, and you can say, oh, I can see that, you know, and he paying all the bills, and you ain't got to worry about working. But us women, they don't have enough money for all that. I'm sorry, I can't go broke using all my resources, spiritual and financial resources, for this man that don't have nothing either. Cause you're gonna end up in a damn poorhouse. Wow. Oh Lord. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry that you're going through all that though. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Have a blessed Sunday, guys. Bye bye.